Hey, what's up? I know it's been a while since I've been doing any videos. I've been moving, finishing up with SDI, doing more matches, getting other things planned out ahead, getting back into some camping, stuff like that. So time has been scatterbrained. But one type of shooting match I've actually been getting back into, besides NRL 22, which you saw the video or whichever order this comes out in, has been IDPA and also USPSA style rifle matches like two gun and stuff like that. But I have been shooting. That was my third IDP match, and I haven't shot IDPA since 2012, something like that. Yeah, something like that. It was a few years. It was almost a decade since I shot my last IDPA match, and lo and behold, an hour from my house, there's a range that is shooting IDPA. So I didn't have anything really and truthfully because most of my guns are either gets me into weird divisions or isn't really set up or anything like that. Like my carry gun would put me straight into, you can't shoot it because it's got a comp in it. So I had to kind of look and see what I was going to be doing with it. I had just finished up building up a PCC, and I had shot a couple of matches on it. I was like, this was a perfect opportunity for shooting my PCC in those matches so I can get practice for basically every other style of shooting. This is kind of like my practice run because my USPSA two-gun matches use centerfire rifles and pistols. This would be a good way for me to practice that and, you know, still be on the cheap side because I'm shooting 9mm and the match fee is like $20. So it was a great way. But about 6 months ago or so, I went into a local shop of mine and picked up a Beretta. This is the Beretta 92A1. It is unloaded, clear. And it was a factory 92A1, had the black grips, which are right here. It actually basically just looked like that right there, just a standard 92A1. Well, I'd been messing around with the idea of doing something with it, either cloning the Stars Team Special Pistol, the Kendo Samurai Edge. So I was really tempted to do that because I was a big Resident Evil fan. They started re-releasing games, so I started picking them back up and playing them, but I grew up with them, so it was kind of one of those things where Berettas have always been part of my life, and I never actually owned one. So I went into a local shop. A local veteran was bought it brand new a few months back, and he found out he had cancer. Didn't ask about the guy. That's, you know, sucks. It really does. And I'd love to, you know, have met him. I don't know anything about it. He didn't really tell me anything besides that. He found out he had cancer, sold a bunch of his guns back, trying to pay for medical bills. So I picked it up pretty much almost brand new for pretty cheap. Like it had been just tossed in a glove box or something like that. So I wanted to kind of mess around with the idea of a competition IDPA style Beretta, which is not a lot of people are shooting Berettas, but there are still some out there being shot. So I went ahead and ordered the Langdon Tactical slimline grips. They are stupid slim. And I went ahead and put in the LTT trigger job in a bag. The first thing I actually did was the Wilson Combat Short Reset trigger. It's still in there. This is still the Wilson Combat Short Reset trigger, so it will work with the Langdon Tactical trigger job in the bag. So I've actually shot it a little bit, got about 100 rounds to it with the new trigger job, and it's really, really nice. So go ahead and see that it is clear. So we're gonna go ahead and do and this is what I'm talking about with the short reset. There's the reset. Super, super nice. The trigger on the double action is super nice. Like, it's super smooth. I think my scale was putting it around 6.5, 7 pounds. It is their 12-pound, their lightest spring, so more meant for that competition style. And then the single action actually didn't really go down much from the factory. I think the factory was like about 4 pounds. I think it's about right around 3 pounds, and it will probably smooth up a little bit over time. This isn't the nickel Teflon coated ones, it's standard parkerized ones. So the more I shoot it, the more it'll probably smooth out a little bit. The next big thing was it has the 3-dot night sights. You can kind of see it there. Yeah, you can see the 3-dot white sights. I'm not a big fan of the 3-dot white sights. So I have, and I'm going to be installing a bunch of this as well. Some Wilson Combat. This is their combat battle sight, and then their red fiber optic sight. I really like fiber optics for a couple of reasons. Most of my guns have red dots on them, so instead of looking for 2, 3 green dots or anything like that, my brain knows I'm looking for red. I'm just looking for red. I'm super focusing that red dot sitting out there. So it's kind of like bridging that gap between red dots and fiber, just traditional sights. But I wanted to keep it legal in competition when it comes to IDPA, so I wanted fiber optic sights. Next big thing is the 92 series G conversion. This is the factory Beretta one. This is the decocker style. So it's a decocker. You flip it up and it's a safety. I'll be taking that away, so that way if I run the charging handle, and you'll probably see it, put it on safe. I don't have to worry about that anymore with that. The last thing is this. This is the flat wire recoil spring kit for the 90 series. So it's going to take away the polymer 2P, the captured polymer recoil spring and guide rod for a actual metal one. Maybe get that gun shooting a little bit flatter. Great thing about these guns, especially all the 92 series, the M9 series, it's a all steel gun. So metal frame, metal lower, metal slide. So they track extremely well. I got to shoot the Springfield Prodigy this past weekend, and it was a great shooting gun. And this felt like how that system tracks. Now the Prodigy tracks super nice, super flat, had a red dot on it, and you could just sit there and double tap at like 25 yards, no problem, on a 66% IPSC. So that was really nice. Couldn't do it with this because I was actually losing the sights during the recoil. So hopefully between tossing in that recoil spring and the fiber optic sights, I'll do a lot better. So that was part one. The next part will be with everything else on. See you out there.